The worst that could happen is I could electrocute myself. It is a homemade electrical system after all. The second worst thing that could happen is the camper could catch on fire. But that's why we have this, so let's do it. Welcome to another episode of Rebuilding the Vintage Camper my wife and I bought on Facebook Marketplace completely from scratch. And this weekend, we finished the electrical system. My parents came out this weekend specifically to help us with the electrical system, so shout out to them for their help. I started by wiring up our battery bank, which consists of 4 lithium batteries, while my dad wired up our distribution panel. This is what the distribution panel looked like before he started working, and this is after. We're running both AC and DC power in the camper, so this thing houses both the fuses and the breakers. To get this thing running, my dad had to cut a ton of wire, strip a ton of wire, add ferrules to the ends of each wire, and then add those wires to the proper bus bars. While he was finishing doing that, I was cutting and crimping cables to go from the battery bank to the smart shunt, the battery bank to the kill switch, and then a cable from the system to the metal trailer frame to ground the whole thing. That involved grinding down the metal trailer frame, which I didn't catch on camera. Then we got all of our outlets wired up, and we have 5 of those in total. And after doing some testing, it was time to plug the camper in and fire it up. So far, so good. Happy to report that I did not get electrocuted and we now have power. We hooked up our battery monitor that tells us the status of all 4 of our batteries, and then we went around and started testing all of our outlets. And we wired up our vent fan and fired that thing up too. Once we get the entire electrical system more buttoned down and tested, we're going to do a full video breaking down exactly what we did, so stay tuned. But next weekend, we're installing our slatted wall panel ceiling, and it's going to look pretty cool, so stay tuned for that.